What was the driving force of agricultural inventions? Why did early humans domesticate farm animals? The answer comes to mind will be to ensure food source. How do we define the food? Maybe the simplest definition of food is something that organism eats and keeps alive. My name is Banu Avcıoğlu. I am a member of the AgroHeritage project team and the founder of the EARTH Ecosystem and Agriculture Cooperation. I will try to introduce you some concepts of traditional food preparation and preservation techniques, and I will give you some examples of traditional dishes. Before that, let's have a look through the food history of humans. When you look for a food timeline keyword, the web search returns you many results. Let's have a briefly look through two of them in the Wikipedia and foodtimeline.org. The food timeline goes back to very early times, starting even before modern human existence. The first invention may be the fire for cooking by hominids more than 1 million years ago. Burnt material evidence belongs to about 1.5 million years ago. It's speculated that humans eat accidentally cooked animals from wildfires and they like them. Somehow, humans started to control wildfires and started cooking. Cooking provides them a high-quality diet by eating digestible foods and support their brain size. Cooking resulted in physiological and behavioral changes in Homo sapiens such that humans became obligated to cook. Starch grains were recovered on grinding stones, showing that flour was obtained from wild cereals, and foods like unleavened bread were produced by mobile hunter-gatherers living 30,000 years ago. When we come to Neolithics, let's look the food timeline again. Flour, bread, and soup become common food preparations. Although exact dates of food inventions are not known or questionable among researchers, this timeline gives a useful overview of food history. Short after cultivation of some plants like wheat, barley, and grapevines, beer and wine fermentation started. This fermentation results in sourdough and sourdough bread, that is fermented and leavened bread. Domestication of sheep, goat, and cattle provided not only meat but also milk. Shortly after starting drinking milk from domesticated farm animals, other milk products are also appeared, such as cheese, yogurt, and butter. In the Americas, maize and potatoes were domesticated about 6 to 5,000 before Christ, and the invention of tortillas and detoxification of potatoes by breeding and or processing were started. Palm and olive oil production date back to 3000 BC. Production of chocolate, sugar, and vinegar and pickles began several thousand years ago. You can also have an idea about the occurrence of some other food recipes on this page. Pastries, sausages, dolma, which is stuffed vegetables, appeared on stage several few thousand years BC. First records of many medieval foods and dishes, which are still known today, can be found in old recipes and history books. Here you see the oldest recipe book, which consists of Mesopotamia clay tablets. Food preparations and recipes were diversified as exchanges between societies increased because of migration, war, discoveries, and trade. For example, the Silk Road aided spice trade routes and facilitated exchange of food and culinary cultures between different regions of the Old World. The discovery of America resulted in interchange of domesticated plants, animals, and related foods between the New and the Old World. What kind of dishes were eaten by ancient civilizations? According to Local History's website, for many of the ancient civilizations, meat was a luxury and consumed mainly by the rich. Besides vegetables, pulses, and fish, ancient Egyptians ate mainly bread and consumed beer. Similarly, ancient Greeks ate plant food, vegetables, pulses, fruits, and fish, and consumed water-diluted wine. Again, from the website of Local Histories, in the Middle Ages in Europe, people also drank beer and mead. Mead is a honey wine, and ate bread, cheese, various birds, and eggs. Ancient Chinese people ate grains like rice and wheat, meat, fish, vegetables, soybeans, drank wine and tea. The staple food for ancient America's societies was maize. Rich Aztecs and Mayas drank chocolate. They ate fish, birds, and mammals like dogs and big rodents like guinea pigs. Incas also ate potatoes, peppers, and tomatoes, and they drank a fermented drink called chicha. Ancient Turks in Central Asia mainly ate meat and meat products like sucuk and pastırma, and milk products like yogurt, butter, tarhana, kefir, various forms of bread, bulgur, and drank kımız, boza, and wine. Similar dishes exist today. I recommend you to examine the table 4 of Demirgüz paper. As time goes by, local and national cuisines are types of cooking and food culture, have evolved. For example, Chinese, Thai, French, Italian, Mexican, Japanese, Indian, and Turkish cuisines are some of the best known cuisines in the world. Throughout the human history, preparation of food was the main part of women's work in the family. And food-related traditional knowledge was owned and transferred by women mainly. Not only the tradition, but also modern food preparation techniques also contributed to the different cuisines in the world. However, industrialization and lack of time in modern life resulted in degradation of these traditional cuisines into the fast food culture. To protect these food cultures and to increase awareness of their significance, UNESCO incorporated traditional food and culinary cultures into the list of intangible cultural heritage. You may overview these practices on UNESCO's website. For more information on food history, please refer to our recommended list of publications and watch documentaries. In the next lecture, we will talk about the traditional food preservation and preparation techniques.